Madam Nove via Intimate Galore, here to give you, of course, a nice romance reading for the Scorpio season. So, hello Leos. Hello, hello, hello. And hasn't the Scorpio season already been busy for you? Well, indeed you have been socially endowed to handle a lot of these things. And, you know, you've been competing to make progress. And indeed, that is definitely a rewarding experience for you and for others. Indeed, the Scorpio season has been a time to be honest and open about your intimate desires. So hopefully you've been planting those seeds and getting ready to receive those revelations that the Scorpio season has for you. Indeed, it has been one of integrating wisdom, whereas you've had to allow certain things to die off in order to allow certain things to be reborn. And if you hadn't quite yet, you know, went through this cosmic transformation, the time is now. So I'm going to do the basic 4-card spread reading with your past pattern position. Again, the seeds that you've sown, going into your present, what you are currently reaping, or that in which you're currently experiencing, into the future position, and then the final outcome card. So here in the first position, we have the Golden Palace card. In the second position, we have the Dry Desert card. In the third position, we have the One Ring Circus card. And in the fourth position, we have the Intention card. Very, very interesting spread here. Let's see. The Golden Palace. Perched. Golden. Those are all key words in which, you know, resonate heavily with your energy. Here's the illustration of the card. This card lets you know that there's always enough, you know. And in the past, indeed, you know, you've been ambitious and fulfilled, you know, and prosperity has definitely reached you on a lot of levels. And so during the Scorpio season, romantically, you know, you feel like it is time to evaluate what it is that you're attracting and what type of energy you're putting out there. You're entering a time of happiness that's overdue in regards to your romance as well, and things that you're realizing. And in the past, within some of the connections and relationships that you have, indeed, this card is a message that there's a lot of self-worth that's really not measured by what you have or who you are perceived to be. But definitely it matters about the abundance of joy that you're really experiencing within your connections with people. That is the key to it all. So this card, again, this card suggests, you know, that there's a lot of other tangible rewards to be gained, especially if you continue to be open and honest and straightforward about what it is that you desire from your romantic relationships. Going into this second position here is the Dry Desert card. Indeed, when I see this along with the Golden Palace card, the energies that I'm receiving, as it did come up in the upright position, is that, you know, you do have to dig deep for inspiration and truth. It lets you know that right now you are adaptable and resilient to a lot of things that are going on. Life is presenting you with a lot of opportunities romantically right now. And it's going to be up to you not to allow anything to yield you or to get in your way of the connections or the understanding in which you're trying to reach. A lot of times too, when we see this card, it tells us that there's an endless journey along the way. And when you are on a desert, it's also signifying that it's time to be resourceful in the things you do in regards to romance or your intimacy. And towards your partner, being resourceful in a desert, because there are a lot of things that survive out there and flourish. So definitely a lot of things can be found in a lot of different tough conditions, but you're equipped. And this card here in the present is saying, hey, just continue to conserve your energy and to make the best out of the resources in which are currently available to you. Again, that's maybe you're not seeing the person as much, or maybe you're seeing the person much more now, but the Scorpio season is about transforming into that in which serves us currently and preparing us for the rest of the energies of the year. And again, that was in the present position, Leo. In the third position, you have the One Ring Circus card. Really interesting illustration here too. Just in regards to the patterns of the spread with the Golden Palace and the Dry Desert. Again, this is another sign that you're competent enough to handle and capable of handling a lot of romance right now. Independence is key, though. A lot of you are even in a point where you're married, and that's great. And congratulations on that union and something that you wanted to accomplish, hopefully. And that there's still a level of independence to be had within that connection. Your partner or your lover, or even the people that if you're single and you're out dating, they may not have a lot of the visions and resources in which you do currently at this time. So you have to take that into consideration as, you know, you're experiencing things. As we see the illustration here with the elephant on the rock, it's asking you to consider creating and maintaining clearer boundaries in regards to your relationships as well. To know who you are, to be very confident and have faith in who you are. Again, when I see this card, it's letting you know that the best relationships are those in which you mirror. As the moon is supporting a lot of the energy here, you can create anything at this time. Just as long as you're sure you can make this relationship. Right now, the reins are in your hand for you to really make your current intimacy into whatever it is that you need it to be. And definitely during the killing season, Scorpio season, it's saying kill off things, so in order for new things to be born and to be generated. Finally, here in the intention card, this is another type of affirmation in regards to that One Ring Circus card. Just wanting you to make sure that your intentions are clear and that, you know, you're actually getting out the message and projecting the message in which you want to receive during intimacy. And know that your objectives will be fulfilled, you know, once you surrender to the energy. Scorpio's fixed water, and which is meaning that it's a lot of emotional times and a lot of mood swings and things that will occur during the Scorpio season. So it's telling you to, you know, just make sure you have the right intention for your relationship and know the current direction that you're headed in and that you would like your relationship to head in. And connect with this power of your intention, mentally especially, so that everything else will fall into suit in regards to your actions and your reactions. And own the life you want. Own the life you want. Gonna go to this Romance Angels deck, another one of my little favorite decks to play around with, and I'm gonna just give affirmation over the same spread. So, all right, Leo. First position, it is safe for you to love. Second position, the Children card, and that is in the present position. The future position is make the effort card. And the final outcome is getting to know each other card. Going back here to this past pattern, the it is safe for you to love card came under the Golden Palace card. You know, basically this card is saying open your heart to give and receive the highest level of energy possible. saying that it is safe, and as long as you have faith within yourself and you're sowing positive seeds into the romance, then indeed. And it's just telling you, period, like, hey, whether you're single and you're like, am I ready for love? Or, you know, what's going on with me? I'm not sure how to date. This card is saying it's safe. So go ahead. Even for those of you who are already in love, it's safe. It's saying that it's safe for you to go ahead and to transform and to love on a totally different conscious level. And indeed, that is in the past pattern position. So it's been manifesting since the beginning of the Scorpio season. The present card is that of children. Basically saying that your love life will be affected by children in some type of way. This could be that you've already had children and maybe you're going through a divorce, and you know, sometimes it's a little hard because you can't just leave the kids with anyone. And hopefully you guys have a nice parenting system, but sometimes due to work or whatever, it could be a factor that could be kind of holding you up a little bit. I didn't say holding you back, because nothing can hold you back but you, Leo. But just you having to be a little more resourceful. Again, this came up under the dry desert card. So you just having to recognize the current conditions in which you may be experiencing based on your romantic desires and just kind of try to fit it in. Maybe the person that you're dating has children and you really don't know how to deal with that. Maybe you don't have any. And then you're experiencing that on, you know, the opposite side. Maybe someone is pregnant. Maybe it is children that you want. So again, needing to be clear about the direction. So go ahead and have this conversation wherever this child thing comes into play. I mean, even if it's here in the romance factor, especially in the present position, it can even signify a job that you have and that you have something very much in common with an intimate interest in regards to children, and that this could be the connector. So I always encourage people to get a personal reading that I can highlight different positions and different spreads to further develop what this means. But definitely children here in the present. Make the effort came up in the future position. Making the effort, you know, great love is worth taking the steps that you're guided to take. Guided to take, meaning the Scorpio season is like, hey, who's good for you? Who's not? Who am I just with because of certain circumstances and I'm not being fulfilled? And where does the effort really need to go? Those are the important questions. Really evaluating what it is that you're attracting into your life and making the best effort and giving 100% towards what is really, really important and what it is that you truly desire. It's about you taking back control of your life here during the Scorpio season and identifying with some things. Even if things have been going kind of great and you're like, well, my romance is fine and I'm just really, really enjoying it. It's very important to take the current energies into your being and try to really see, you know, what it's trying to tell you. It's only to help you plant better seeds. So make the effort, get out there, feel comfortable to go ahead and spice up your romance, or better yet, take a step forward into a new romance. But make the effort in whatever it is that you're focusing upon. Final outcome, getting to know each other. Further confirmation. Because when you reveal more about yourself, when you really just take the time to really get to know each other or another individual, it deepens the bond. Whereas you can connect on levels in which, you know, basic conversation or just upon meeting someone, you can miss out on judging the book by its cover if you don't really actually get to know the contents. So if you are interested, you know, hey, know that it's safe to love. Remember and think hard about the children factor. Make the effort into, you know, really signifying something special romantically during the Scorpio season. And Leo, you know, get to know that person a little bit more and see if there's some things that you can really accept, or, you know, really loving them deeper than the surface. And I've been doing something new, you guys. So to wrap this up, I have this deck, my Naughty and Nice cards, and I'm saying that one deck is for the females or for the feminine wild, that type of energy that you're feeling. And I have a masculine male type of deck, or hey, it's the Scorpio season. Role play, reverse, switch it up. Clearly, this One Ring Circus is telling you that, hey, you know, it's safe. Go ahead and lead. And for my ladies, gift wrap a pair of panties, whether it's lace, satin, cotton, just some new, nice, clever panties, and mail them to his office. Or hide them in his lunchbox. Include a note that says, thinking of you. Maybe some of you are ahead of the game, Leo, because you guys love the stage and you love to entertain and very passionate about it when you're really interested. So try this, ladies. You know, it's the Scorpio season. Do something out of the box. It won't cost that much, won't take that much effort, but in making the effort, as we see in the spread, gift wrap a pair of panties. And I said they had to be new before, but they don't have to be new. You know what I mean? And mail them to his office. Yes. Or hide them in his lunch bag. Like, you cooking, you fixing lunch for the next day with a little note. Let's see how it goes. And for you fellas, Leos, listen up. Follow the normal rules of Scrabble, but restrict yourself only to words of passion and explicit sex. The one allowed exception is that when adding on to the existing words, you can make erotic phrases. For example, you can attach the word me to lick or naked to breast. The other player must obey the written word. Leo, sounds fun to me. I think she'll like it. Especially to have an intellectual woman who, you know, gets off on communicating in words and true expression. Scrabble. Again, restrict yourself to only words of passion and explicit sex. And you can add on to words. But when you add on to words and you're making a phrase, then the opposite person has to do that phrase in which you just connected. Again, if you connect, if you already have lick on the board, and then after lick they put me, then you have to lick them, okay? And let's say that you put down, you connected the word breast to already a word that you had created, which was naked. Then you get naked breast, okay? Then yes, she has to show you naked breast. Or naked something. Well, I don't know the words y'all gonna be using, but it sounds fun. Indeed, I hope you have enjoyed the reading and that little kinky vibration there. I am Madam Nove. Subscribe to the channel, like, follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I love to see you guys. Until next time, Astro Love.